Hey guys, welcome back to the Citystead. Today we're going to do something a little different. We're going to try to teach you something that we learned about a while ago. So we learned about picking asparagus berries for the seeds inside of them. And I've actually started 3 separate asparagus beds this way. 2 at my own house and then 1 over at my brother's place. All from the original plants that my wife and I planted like 4 years ago. And they're almost all ready to pick over there. Next year they'll be harvesting at my brother's house, and our other 2 beds will be harvesting next year too. So if you ever wonder what these little red berries are, now this is a female asparagus plant. That's why it has these little berries. Whoops. So when you take these little berries off, there's actually a seed inside of there. What I'm going to do is I'm just throw them in a bowl here. You give them a little squeeze, they kind of pop. There's some seeds inside of there. They're going to be really hard to see. They're not very big. This one's only got 1 seed in it. Oh yeah, 1 seed in this one. Kind of a letdown. We're going to go pop all these little berries off. Anything that's red is going to be ready to go. I leave the green ones on until they get a little more ripe. That was a good one there. Really red, you can kind of see right there. Little seeds. Now this one's got a lot of seed in it. Looks like we got 6. That's like the jackpot. We got 6 seeds in that one. You can see the seeds are just little black little BBs, like a mustard seed, but like a little bit bigger than that. So that was a good berry. We got 6 out of that one. And they can have anywhere between, I think it's 1 and 6. So that was a good one. We got lucky, got 6 seeds out of it. When you're picking them, you want to make sure you get these nice bright red ones. Those are going to be the ones that are ripe and have the seeds all the way in them. Let's see, that one had 2. We only got 2 out of that one, so not as good as the first one. If you're into permaculture, then asparagus is definitely something you want to plant. I mean, you plant it one time and it comes back for years to come. I think they can last like 25 years off of 1 root base. So you're definitely going to get your fill out of asparagus. Plus, like in our area, it's like the first thing to come up in the spring, so it's an exciting time because you got a lot of asparagus popping up. And you know it's getting ready and the growing season is about to kick in. These are really, really red ones. So these ones are definitely going to be good. And these female plants can put out a lot of seed, a lot of berries. And you have different options. You can let them fall into the ground if you want. Or you can do like me. I like to harvest them, save the seeds, and then I like to plant new asparagus. Okay, so now if you guys went and got your berries off of your asparagus, and remember, only the female has berries on it. The male does not have berries on it. What you're going to do next, like I got mine in a little bowl right here. You got to take the little thing, the little seed or berry. You just got to squish it. And this part gets a little sticky, so caution. I'm just going to do that for all of them. Just squish them. And you'll hear them. They'll make a little popping sound when you squish them. Kind of want to rub them between your fingers and get those seeds to come out of that berry. Some of these might have been a little early. Didn't really have a good viable seed in them. You really want those bright red ones. And yeah, we got a lot in here. We're gonna have a lot of asparagus seed this year. More than I usually keep. I usually just grab a handful off of there, you know, 3 or 4, because there are a few seeds in all of them. But since this year I am focusing on doing a lot of seed saving, I definitely want to save as many of these seeds as I possibly can. And maybe I'll get some more asparagus going somewhere else. Maybe I'll get somebody else into asparagus growing. It's an easy thing to grow. And now that we got these berries picked out here that I want, we're just going to leave the rest on there. And probably in a week or 2, what we're going to do is cut the fern parts all the way down to the ground. That's just what I do. You can leave them on there, let them die naturally, and then cut them off in the spring if you want. But I like to do it in the fall. I've done it in the spring also. It don't matter. It's one of those things where if I get to it, I'm going to cut them down. If I don't get to it, I ain't going to cut them down. Alright, so now we got them squeezed all up. I'm going to go rinse my hands. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to pour some water in here. I got one of these nifty little guys, a little sifter. And I'm going to use that to skim out all the pulp so I can get to just the seeds. The seeds are slightly heavier than the pulp, so when you actually put a water in here, the seeds are all going to sink right down to the bottom, whereas the pulp is going to kind of rise to the top, and we'll just skim it off with this. Hold on 1 second. So now we got the seeds mostly bursted open. Didn't float all the way as much as I'd like it to. We'll keep going, skimming it out and get rid of all that pulp. Let's try to save the seed parts. Okay, now I skimmed out some of that skim. I got a lot more to go yet, but it's going to take a little time. I wanted to show you guys. This is that's the asparagus seed look like. So now we're going to put these out, let them dry. You got to let them dry for a while, maybe a week or 2, or depends on what what kind of space you got. I'm going to put them out on a towel, throw them in the garage, and in a week we should have some asparagus seed dried up, ready to go. We'll put them in a little envelope for next season and start a whole nother patch next year. There you go. That's kind of my how-to guide on how to pick berries off of your asparagus and get the seeds out of them so that you can propagate your own asparagus beds. So try to always get a female plant because it can give you lots of berries and you can have a lot more and keep passing on the love of asparagus. Thanks for joining us. We'll catch you guys next time. We're out. See you later.